Okie doke, we will get back out in it then.
Disorganized shower and thunderstorm activity. They're expecting slow development. Right now, 48 hours low is near 0% of development, and through 7 days, low is 20%. But I think that's what we're going to have to be looking at days, because let's take a little overview of Gabrielle right here. We pull up the Barron spaghetti model track for Gabrielle. As we see, it's expected to intensify to Category 2 and that is going to be on Monday at 8 a.m. They're expected to the upgrade to Category 1 for the Barron model is expected on Sunday at 8 a.m. That got you, Gabrielle. There we go. We better there? Because that was supposed to be off. Still getting used to this new streaming software. It's a lot like OBS, but it's not OBS. Sorry about that. So, for recap, NHC right now. NHC showing only 2 disturbances in the Atlantic Basin. That's going to be Tropical Storm Gabrielle. And this little area here is to be a wave off of Africa with an expected 20% chance of cyclone formation in 7 days, but we know how that works. I don't know if there's anything more I can do about the audio situation here. You're going to have to tell me if this is coming in clear or not. And I know I'm going to be 20 seconds behind, so let me know. A little mug of coffee here on this slow afternoon. We're pulling up the Barron spaghetti model track. This is the expected track for Tropical Storm Gabrielle. As we see right now, this is back on clean long wave infrared on Barron on the Barron model. Right now, expected to stay a tropical storm through Saturday night. However, by Sunday morning, it will be a Category 1 hurricane, and by Monday morning, it will be a Category 2. We're looking at expected northward motion. Right now, it's moving northwest at 12 miles per hour, and that's expected to turn more and more northwards until it makes the northeast recurve, as has been the case with every storm that we have had this season thus far. You know, good thing for people that live on the U.S. Atlantic coast, and bad thing for hurricane enthusiasts and people whose livelihood depends on it. So that's what we're seeing right now with the spaghetti model plot. Let's go ahead and take a look at current clean infrared long wave here through WeatherWise. So we just pull the expected track here, and this is Gabrielle's presentation from 11:50 this morning. That's what we're looking at there. Let's go ahead and also pull up the geocolor, and that's also from 11:50 this morning. That's what it's just looking like, pure cloud form right there. Wondered if we could, I don't think we can set into motion. I don't think we can set into motion with WeatherWise. So let's pull that clean infrared long wave back up, and let's take a look at the Barron again, because I know I can animate there and just see. We'll just take a look at that motion thus far. Yeah, very, very slow. I mean, very slow. I mean, right there, that is yeah, that's a 3-hour loop right there. And we're seeing barely any movement. So that's what's going on with that. Let's pull it out a little bit and go kind of slide down here. There's that wave off of Africa we were discussing earlier. It's mostly disorganized. There's no clear pressure center of circulation, anything like that down that way. Go ahead and reset that back to its original view. Let's pull up the weatherwise. Take a look at that wave. Yeah. I mean, look how dirty that is. It spreads out from southwest of the Cape Verde Islands all the way over into Liberia, Senegal, Bissau, and Guinea, out back towards Burkina Faso and the Ivory Coast is how large this is right now. But we may see concentrated development here within the next week is what I'd be expecting. And, you know, you're not going to get a meteorological formulaic breakdown here. Okay, this is nuts and bolts, very much a large-scale overview. That's what we are looking at right now. So, little bit of an update. Been doing a lot of the fall foliage stuff here lately, as you have to keep active in this industry. And but I've got my eye on the tropics. Do have a personal assistant, photog, field producer contract that'll be available for Atlantic hurricanes and Gulf hurricanes this season. However, we haven't had any. So I'm just sitting and trying to come up with things to do. So once again, I thank everybody for watching this brief tropical update. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the beginning of the broadcast. To take a dive into a spot break here. Hey, Josh JN Photography out in central Pennsylvania. Good afternoon, bud. Hey, let me know if you want to work with the foliage report again this year. And, you know, send me a DM. See what we can do here. That would be awesome if you could. And we're just gonna, you know, that's just been it. That's been the update for the day. I don't have a lot to go over, other than, you know, every named storm thus far this year has recurved. Every last one of them. We have sustained no landfalls, and that's good. That is good. However, I do urge everybody, especially coastal residents, to review the National Hurricane Center's preparedness guidelines and make sure that you have a plan. Make sure that you have a plan. We're just going to pull that up real quick. There's an entire site page dedicated to preparedness. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. Yeah, if you give clearance for that, I'd love to use your stuff. You always get such great stuff when it comes to the fall leaf change this season. So I can, you know, go ahead and use that for you and get your name out there. But right now, this site, this is a page in the National Hurricane Center, NOAA.gov/hurricane-prep. NOAA.gov/hurricane prep. Please, if you live along the coast and if you live just inland from the coast, visit this site and know what you need to do to prepare for these, because mostly, you know, it's not the most people who die in hurricanes, it's not the immediate impacts that kill them. It's missteps and lack of preparedness in the days after. So definitely be careful there. Go to NOAA.gov/hurricane-prep to get more information on preparation for hurricanes and surviving afterwards. Very, very important. So important. As a matter of fact, while we're sitting here talking about it and talking about the future potentials, let's go ahead and go over some models what would it be without going over models? So this is the GFS. Let me go ahead and pull up the latest on the GFS. Take a look at what the models are saying. There's Gabrielle strengthening and curving to the northeast, heading back out to sea. And we're not seeing a lot out of that tropical wave off of Africa in this. However, we are currently at forecast hour like 228 there. And you really can't depend on anything over about forecast hour 160. I don't like to go much over 120. However, what we're seeing is a whole lot of northeastward motion even in those further forecast hours. But the nearby forecast hours are showing that recurve quite apparent with Gabrielle. Tropical Storm Gabrielle will be Hurricane Gabrielle when it is recurving. And not a lot out of that tropical wave. Let's go ahead and pull up the Euro. We'll go ahead and pull up the Euro, and right now it's processed out to 144 hours. Yep, there's Gabrielle making the recurve. There's our wave off of Africa struggling to get going. This has been one of the worst tropical seasons as far as hurricane enthusiasts that I have seen in my lifetime thus far. I'm not going to lie. Well, there's another wave. It's getting itself together, but I'll recurve everything. Let's go ahead and pull up the German icon model. The German icon. Go ahead and run that back. Once again, there's Gabrielle working itself around the outside of that high pressure and getting dragged back to the east there. But here's where the German icon, which has been an outlier this year so far, we're processing that wave. We're processing that wave off of Africa. If we go ahead and take a look there down in the lower left, it's showing that tropical wave, that low pressure center getting organized and staying on a mostly westerly track, which is what's going to be needed. That's going to be needed in order to get ourselves a little bit of motion and to get more of a track towards a landfall. Now, of course, this westerly track here puts it going over the leewards. It puts it going over Puerto Rico, puts it going towards Cuba, and land interaction is going to wreak havoc on these types of systems. Now, reminder, the German icon only works out to 120 hours and has been pretty accurate this season so far. So that's what we'll be looking at. That's going out to next Thursday, September 25th, next Friday, September 26th, and into Saturday. So, and that's pinning it out into the island chains and going towards the Caribbean Sea there in the 120-hour time frame. That's what we're going to be looking at there. So that's what we have currently there with the spaghetti model from Barren Weather, and of course that infrared long wave view, and we'll put it out over that wave right there. That infrared long wave view provided by our partners there at WeatherWise, weatherwise.app. If you don't already have it, get it. The free product is great, the plus product is better, and the pro product is the best there is. Right there, weatherwise.app is available for Android and PC in the Pro and Plus versions, as well as Apple. It's going to be available for everybody. Right there, weatherwise.app. Right there. It's the greatest, the best. We also, you see there on the screen, our partners at Mobile Must Have, providing excellent data streams and data products. That 4G Roamlink connected transit router. I'm going to go into a spot break here, and then probably going to be ending up pretty quickly. Just want to do a little bit of a hit and get everything out to you guys. So give us a second. We're going to be going off air, but I got some information here. We're going to be putting it out there here on the channel, Keystone Prime. I'm BD and Barry. Thank you for sticking around.
Hello guys, Storm Tracker, BD and Barry, Keystone Prime Weather. I am out in the woods awaiting the arrival of fall with one of my multiple custom equipped storm chasing vehicles. I've been struggling for a solution for data because these are very data heavy applications. You're always streaming, you're always throwing out your live video, you're uploading your video for your news media services. You're getting data in for your radar data, your location data. You need data. Data is the name of the game. Now, like a lot of you, I've been using one of these guys. Unmatched, high speed, satellite internet. Starlink, great tool. However, it doesn't work when there's clouds overhead. It doesn't work when there's trees overhead. You're in the woods, there's obstructions. And what do you need to bridge that gap? You need cellular and a failover. Luckily for you, I have the perfect answer right here. That is a PepLink device. A lot of you may know what a PepLink device is. It aggregates the major cellular networks, red, orange, purple, and crams them all together and gets your signal out. However, PepLinks are expensive if you know anything about them, and so is the individual service plans you have to outfit the unit with. Not the case with our pals at Mobile Must-Haves. Mobile Must-Haves takes all of the work out of it for you and gets you an affordable price for every cellular network in the box, combo as a backup to your Starlink or a good primary source for your stream. They will get you the RoamLink Connect router. That's this little guy right here, and it will do everything you need it to do without you having to do anything. It's aimed at the consumer, takes out all of the complicated technical bits, and gives you one low monthly price for all three services, and includes the router. You don't even have to pay for the PepLink. It comes with the service. So visit our friends Mobile Must-Haves, mobilemusthave.com. And until next time, I'm BD and Barry, Keystone Prime, and I thank you for watching.